Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Sean, this is the Game Room, and we are continuing our work on our Starship Troopers 6mm model series. And today we're going to look at the light mobile infantry, which are done similar to what you saw in the movies. If you watch the original Starship Troopers, which I know you have, would you like to know more? We're going to paint up a whole bunch of these little guys, and I'm going to show you what they're going to look like now when we're done with them. So here they are on their little paint stick, and again, 6mm. These guys are tiny, so again, you're not going to need a ton of detail. We're only going to use a handful of colors, but when we're done, they'll kind of look like this. And for 6mm, these guys look kind of cool. So they look like they've been in a battlefield. I mean, they really do. At least to me, they do. So anyway, this is what we're going to go for. And then here's another group that we've been working on. We being me, myself, and I, all three of us. And if you're depending on how many mobile infantry forces you're going to take, you're going to need a lot of these little guys. So I don't want to spend a whole lot of time doing it. So what I'm using for these are barbarian flesh, and depending on which flesh tones you want to use, there's lots of them. For this quick tutorial, I'm using barbarian flesh, but there are you can do, if you have the army painter skin tones, there's a lot of other ones that you can use also. Mocha skin, onyx skin, you can do whatever you want. Well, maybe we'll do some of those also to mix it up. We're going to use Grim Black for the guns, boots, and their harnesses. We're going to do a dry brush in ash gray, and then we're going to wash the whole model with some watered down dark tone. Now, how were these primed? These were primed using uniform gray army painter spray, and then a top down 45-degree angle with ash gray. So that's why you can, if you look closely, they do look a little darker on the underneath and on the bottom, because the ash gray was only done from the top. And that's what we'll also do a dry brush with also, so that way it just kind of helps pull everything together. So let's go ahead and get our skin colors ready, and we're going to do those first. Okay, these are the three skin tones I decided to go with: Jasper skin, Mocha skin, and Barbarian flesh. I also have the onyx skin, and I don't know if I'm going to use it or not. Not really sure I like it. I'm not 100% sure, but models this small may not matter. But let me start with some barbarian flesh. And again, these guys are tiny, which is why I have a whole bunch of them on the paint stick. So we're going to start with his face, and then don't forget his hands on both sides. Got the hand here, and then you've got the hand underneath. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's 6mm. No one's going to be able to see it. Even if they look close, they're not going to be able to tell. You're just looking for, hey, can I tell that that is, mobile infantry? Let's see. He's holding radio. There are 28 on this paint stick, so this is really an effort of how fast can I get all 28 of these guys painted. I'm trying to keep it on the camera, so bear with me. Alright, let's switch over to Jasper skin. Alright, oh, I lost one. Get you back up there. Alright, skin tones are done for the first side. So now we're going to move on to boots and the gun. For that, we're using Grim Black. I did already shake all these up, so make sure you shake your paints well. Now, for the Grim Black is going to be for the harness, their harness that they wear, their gun, and their boots. All right. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to run down and paint the gun on all of these guys. Now again, be careful. You don't want to paint over the skin that you just painted. Now we're going to do the boots. Now I've got 2 rows on my paint stick. You might find it easier to just do 1 row. Actually, it's a whole lot easier if you just do 1 row. And as I have said, I am going truly for speed to get these guys done as quickly as possible because I have so many to do. But doesn't mean we can't still make them look cool, but we don't need to spend a ton of time on each one. Yes, all of these models are 3D printed, by the way. I do have a small print farm that I use. Okay, now with the boots done, my apologies. The sun came in, so I was talking to him. That's why I paused you. Now we're going to do their backpacks and their harnesses, and it comes across their shoulders. There's some piece on the front, which you really can't see on most models, and then the backpack. So we're going to do those real quickly. So we're going to spin our models around. We're going to start with the backpacks. Now we're going to check, make sure we got all the boots. Okay. And now we're going to do the shoulder straps that go around the front wherever you can actually see them. So like this guy. Oh, I apologize. Let me get my big hand out of the way. Right there. there. That there. Alright, so now we're pretty much done with the black, and let's move on to our washes next. Okay, the wash is just the dark tone wash, and it's about 50-50, the wash and water. And for this, we're just going to just get it all over our little guys here. Alright, we're going to let them dry. But when they're done, they're going to kind of look like that. Now, you can, depending on if you want, and I did not, you could do a dry brush before of the gray in between, before you do the wash, after you put the black on. And for that, I would just use the ash gray. I did not with this side. I'll do it with the other side, and I'll show you what the difference looks like, and you can decide if it's worth doing for your models or not. So we are 16 minutes in, me blabbing for the first minute or so. It's about 15 minutes. We'll call it 15 minutes, and half of these guys are done. And I think there's 28, and there's 2 more on the other side. So, you know, there's like 13 of these guys here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Done in 15 minutes. We're going to have to let them dry for a little bit and then put them on their bases. I'm still waiting on the bases to show up for these guys. So I can't show you what they're going to look like at the time of filming, because I don't know yet. I'm waiting for the bases. But before this video is completed, I will have pictures of them finished, but I just won't have it at time of filming. Okay. Well, let's do the other side, and then I'll come back and show you what they look like. Okay, I have the other side painted up. Now I'm going to do the dry brush, and to do the dry brush, you need a dry brush, which is basically just a. You can get dry brushes. Army Painter makes a hobby dry brush, which I use quite a bit. They're stiffer bristles, and generally they're kind of frayed. You're going to load your brush with paint, and then you're going to wipe most of it off so that it's almost like your brush is dry. And then you're going to break this across the model, and you'll see it best on the black. Right there. and you're just going to gently hit the model, and it's going to highlight. Dang it. Like right there. That was just a dry brush stroke. Let's look at this guy right here. Dang it. Still got you off screen. Alright, one more time. Right here. Watch. Look at the gun. Okay. So we're going to do a quick dry brush on all of these, and for that I'm using Ash Gray Army Painter, which is what they're were partially primed with. And you get most of my paint off, and knocked a lot of these guys loose. So let me push them back down on the masking tape. And if you watch the guns, you'll see that this is where the dry brush will really start to come through. Now, they have not been washed as we did with the other models yet. So, the perils of masking tape. As you can see, the dry brush, all we're trying to do with the dry brush is just highlight some of that black. Put this guy back on that I knocked off. Alright. Now with that, the dry brush is done. So this is the dry brush before the wash. Okay, these guys are looking really cool. I mean, if you like them like this, you don't even need to wash them. They look pretty good. Now these guys were washed, and now I'm going to do the quick dry brush on them. And again, very light. Okay, now I am going to go ahead and wash the other side that we just did. Alright, let's let that dry and we'll see what the two look like. Alright, so these are the guys that we dry brushed before we washed them. Pretty cool. These are the ones we dry brushed after we washed them. And they look pretty cool. So it's up to you, whatever works best. I'm going to let these guys finish drying, and then I will show you some final pictures of what they look like based, and that way you can see their awesomeness all together. But again, probably, I mean, we're at 24 minutes. It was probably 30 minutes, give or take a few, to get all 28 painted. And you can do it really quick. If you do it on a paint stick, if you're doing them individually, they'll take a little longer. It's really up to you, whatever you want to do. Again, from 3 foot on a tabletop, these guys, I mean, they look pretty stinking good even up close for 6mm. So when you're playing them on a tabletop, anybody walking by is going to say those look pretty cool. So again, you paint them whatever colors you want. I hope this is helping. I hope this you get something from this, that you don't have to spend a ton of time to get a cool look. If you want to spend a lot of time on the detail, you can, but especially on 6mm, it's up to you. If you're going to get really up close, and yeah, you can highlight some of the edges and then do some other really cool stuff with it. But again, if you're trying to get a mass number painted like I am very quickly, then, you know, this is probably the way to go. Few colors, enough to be able to distinguish different things, and they're good to go. So anyway, I hope this has helped. I'm Sean. This is the Game Room. Please like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. Tell me what you think. I will post pictures of what the models finally look like somewhere up here. And as always, please like, subscribe, drop a comment. I try to answer everything. And thanks for watching. Sorry I'm blabbing so much. God bless. Have a great evening. Bye now.